What's up, guys? This is Bernabra, aka Hunter from Filmazar. I am a lead director scout, and today we're going to be talking about the Seattle Seahawks and the rest of their team heading into the draft. Let's get started. So first off, we're going to start with the Seattle Seahawks offense when we look at their depth chart today. And first, we're going to start off with quarterback Geno Smith. I mean, what a year for him, the 10-year vet. When he comeback player of the year, signs a new 3-year deal. And really overall had a fantastic year for Seattle. Had 30 touchdowns, was top 5 in that. He was top 10 in yards, top 10 in QBR, and really just a guy Seattle can look forward to in years to come. And then you also have Kenneth Walker. Was a rookie last year, had over 1,000 yards, was top 10 in touchdowns as well. Really just a key piece to them moving forward as well. At the wide receiver position, a solid 1 and 2 with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett both going for over 1,000 yards last year. Lockett also having 9 touchdowns. That 1-2 has been solid for 3 or 4 years now, and obviously will continue being that. The thing with Tyler Lockett, though, is he does have an opt-out coming up after this year, so I doubt he opts out with the money he's making. That's something to keep an eye on if you're Seattle. Eskridge, only 122 career yards in 20 games. He was kind of promising coming out of Western Michigan, but has not been anything at all in the NFL. Then you look at the line. Charles Cross, he's a key piece for them moving forward. Was a rookie last year coming out of Mississippi State. He was definitely really solid for them last year. At guard, Damian Lewis was a 3rd-round pick in 2020 at LSU. Showed flashes every now and then, but he's a guy they can keep there for now. At center with Joey Hunt, 2016 round 6 pick at TCU. Went to Indy and then came back. Not really somebody you can rely on long-term, but we'll see for now. At right guard, Evan Brown and Phil Haynes. Evan Brown was UDFA. He played with the Lions for the past 3 years. Probably somebody you're looking to replace. And then Abraham Lucas, right tackle, was a rookie last year at Washington State in the 3rd round. And really bursted onto the scene for them at right tackle. But that interior line, they're going to have to beef up in this draft. And then let's switch over to their defense here. We're going to start off with that D-line with Draymond Jones. Played 4 years with Denver. Signed with Seattle on a 3-year deal, or say $51 million. Had 5+ sacks in 3 straight years too. So he's really made a name for himself in the league. Then you go to nose tackle. They lost out on Poona Ford. Well, he's still a free agent, but we'll see if they end up bringing him back. Brian Moe was UDFA in 2019. Has been with the team since. Looking obviously to replace him. He can't be your starter. Jarran Reed was a 2016 round pick, and he was round 2 coming out of Bama, I believe, and he was actually drafted by Seattle. He went to Kansas City in 2021 and then Green Bay last year, but eventually made his way back, obviously. Definitely a good addition, but they're still going to need more on that edge part of the line. Darrell Taylor, 2020 pick in round 2 from Tennessee. Had 9.5 sacks last year, 4 forced fumbles, which was tied 3rd with his actual teammate, Kobe Bryant, who also had 4 forced fumbles. Then you have Jordan Brooks, 2020 first-round pick at Texas Tech. Has been really good when healthy. He just has to stay healthy, but he's definitely a linebacker for many years to come for Seattle. Then obviously long-term vet Bobby Wagner was with Seattle for a very long time before he went to the Rams last year on a 1-year deal, which was very underwhelming. Him as a player was still great there, but the Rams in general were very underwhelming. Uchenna Nwosu, another guy last year with 9.5 sacks, was a 2018 round 2 pick. Also had 3 forced fumbles last year. This team just forced fumbles all over the place last year. And then Boye Mafe was a rookie last year with 3 sacks. Probably going to expect him to take a bigger jump this year. And then they go out and sign Devin Bush, which is a big addition to that linebacker depth that they needed so badly. This 4 through 5 for Seattle is dangerous. And then you switch over to the safety and cornerback positions. We're going to start off with Tariq Woolen. Arguably could have won Rookie of the Year last year. Was a Pro Bowler, round 5 at UTSA. We were really high on him if you kept up with our draft information last year. Had 6 picks last year. He's definitely the cornerback one of the future. Then you flip the side and go to Mike Jackson, who was a UDFA, or wasn't a UDFA. He was drafted in round 5 in 2019 by Dallas, actually, before going to the Patriots for a year. Neither of those stints worked out. Came to Seattle in 21. Has been here since. Probably somebody you're looking to replace. Maybe Trey Brown can step up in that position, but hopefully you're holding out on Kobe Bryant to be that cornerback too. Then you move over to safety. Obviously, you need to add depth behind Jamal Adams because he hasn't been able to stay healthy. When playing, he's obviously been good. He just has to be able to stay healthy. And he played 12 games in 2 years prior to last year, but last year only played one game versus Denver and was automatically out for the year. Quandre Diggs, been with Seattle since 2019 when he was traded from Detroit. He's been a standout beast in that safety for a few years now, and I mean, he's going to continue being that for them. And then they also bring in Julian Love. I mean, 2-year contract for the Giants after he was been there since 2019. Probably somebody who's going to step up when Jamal Adams eventually does go down, but he could definitely be a piece that, takes a leadership role in this defense. All right, so let's get started here with the Seattle mock draft here. We pick at 5 in the first round. Obviously, if one of those 2 stud quarterbacks in Young or Stroud fall to you, you take them there. But, I mean, maybe you take the chance on Anthony Richardson if he falls to be that project behind Geno Smith. But we'll see, and let's get this thing started. So here at 5, we have a lot of options, but I think one stands out pretty obviously on what they need to go here. I mean, they need interior line help, and they need it bad. So I think this is an obvious pick, and you just have to go Jalen Carter here at 4 for Seattle. So then they also have their other first-round pick at 20, and maybe you go wide receiver here. I mean, you need a wide receiver 3. Lockett has an opt-out, and I honestly think that's the pick. But we're going to go Jackson Smith-Njigba and not Quentin Johnston. I mean, Jackson Smith-Njigba is definitely the better prospect than Quentin Johnston is, and I don't really think it's close. Here, Nolan Smith would be a good addition, but with Draymond Jones signed, I don't think you go edge rusher. I mean, maybe if you're Seattle, you do like that there instead of Jarran Reed. I actually do think they go there, actually, to finish up that D-line, have Draymond Jones. I mean, you have Jalen Carter already, so you've already added 2 solid pieces to that D-line. I mean, let's see here at 53. You don't need Jahmyr Gibbs. You could go tight end. I mean, I don't know how much faith you have in Noah Fant to be that guy. Safety, you definitely need because obviously Jamal Adams has a really good chance of getting hurt. Corner, you're going to need. Linebacker, you don't need. But at this position, I think it's fair to say that Seattle goes Luke Musgrave, the tight end at Oregon State. Dude's really bursting onto the scene lately. He's been flying up everybody's boards, and I mean, he's going to continue until draft day. Here for Seattle, I mean, this is a dream scenario. I mean, have Anton Johnson and Jordan Battle and Sidney Brown all on the board here at 84, and I think Battle's the easy pick. You get that safety just in case Jamal Adams gets hurt, but also a guy who can run behind him and eventually he has Pro Bowl potential. Here at 124, not like you really got, unless you want to draft a quarterback. One of these 2 guys is fine. I don't think you want to take a shot on these guys, though. Kind of a tough spot here. I mean, this is a potential spot where Seattle could trade back. But, however, I do think they go, knowing Seattle, Tyreek Stevenson, a corner out of Miami. Another guy to go in there with Kobe Bryant, the Mike Jacksons. Just guys in there to go behind Tariq Woolen. And then here in the 5th, once again, kind of the same situation. However, Jake Haener in the 5th, I feel like is a must pick. I mean, that's just a great spot for them to get a quarterback who's not going to be much. Probably year 1. Obviously, you'll be sitting behind Geno Smith probably 1 and 2. He has a lot to learn, but I mean, the potential is there when it comes to Jake Haener. And then 156 with Seattle. One of the last few picks they have in this draft. Maybe you go Elijah Higgins, who is a massive wide receiver. He's most definitely going to end up being a tight end in the NFL. So, I mean, you definitely don't go there if you already taken Luke Musgrave, and you also have Noah Fant on the team. So you still, I don't think you need to go wide receiver at all with Jackson Smith-Njigba on the team now. You could go running back. You get running back depth behind Kenneth Walker. I don't think he touched DJ Chalice that much. And, I mean, Devon Achane here at 118. I mean, if he's here at pick 156, that's incredible. And then here pick at 200. Seattle's hit a lot of spots in this draft already. I think they need a little bit more to go their way in the draft, but this has been a very, very, very solid draft for them so far. I think you have to go in this position to draft another wide receiver to get in there to compete with Eskridge, maybe boost his his confidence up at all, because I mean he needs it. I mean, it's almost been a wasted pick so far, and so for that we're gonna take Jonathan Mingo here at 200. See if he can do anything. Maybe he can push Eskridge to be a little bit better. We'll see. 239. I mean, you got your corner already. There's not much here. I mean, unless you want to keep getting more edge depth, which could be smart. Maybe interior defensive line help. Maybe what's really on the board here, though, is the question. I mean, you can get Dante Stilson as a UDFA. Calvin Avery's going to be the UDFA, and same with Taylor Vincent. So I think you're going to go edge here. And I mean, out of the three edges that I like the best here, it's going to be Tavius Robinson, Moro Ojomo, or Isaiah McGuire. And I think we're going to go Moro Ojomo here. Hook him. But I think that's been a pretty good draft for Seattle, really. I mean, you get your interior line help with Jalen Carter. You get your edge help with Nolan Smith. You also get your wide receiver 3 of the future and wide receiver 2 of the future as well, depending on when Tyler Lockett leaves with Jackson Smith and Nick Jimba. You get your tight end and Luke Musgrave. You get your safety to go along with Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs, just in case one of them gets hurt. You drafted your cornerback depth. You got your running back 2 and your quarterback 2 as well. Just a solid draft for Seattle in general and really promising for them moving forward. As always, thanks for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe.